My beloved child, you are walking into a trap. Yes, you are walking into a trap, and this trap is laid by the enemy of humanity, the devil. The devil is following you and chasing you since the day you chose me, and now he weaves his schemes more intricately than ever before. He waits in silence, cloaked in shadows, studying your every movement, whispering deceit into the corners of your thoughts. But I, your God, see him. I see every net he spins, every lie he tells, every subtle deception he plants around your path. I do not slumber. I do not overlook. I am here, and I speak to you now, not to frighten you, but to awaken you, but to alert you, to pierce the veil of confusion that the enemy is casting before your eyes. He knows your name, my child, but he fears your destiny. He knows the mark of my love upon you, and that is why he trembles. That is why he attacks. That is why the storm has been heavy and the silence has been long. He senses what I am about to release in your life. He knows the weight of your calling. He has seen the angels that encamp around you. He has heard the echo of your prayers that reach my throne, and he fears it all. You are not meant for destruction, but for glory. You were not created to crawl among the ashes, but to rise with wings as eagles, to soar on the wind of my spirit, to declare my name among the nations. But beware, my child, for the trap he sets is not always loud or violent. It is often disguised as comfort, wrapped in the glitter of temporary pleasures. It may come in the form of a distraction, a relationship, an opportunity that looks good but does not carry my breath. He knows how to mimic light. He knows how to imitate my voice, but he cannot create. He cannot bless. He cannot love. He can only distort and twist what I have made. He will appeal to your impatience. He will play upon your weariness. He will exploit the places where your trust in me has thinned, where your hope has wavered, where your heart has grown tired from waiting. This is why I say, wake up, my beloved. Lift your eyes. Let your heart be stirred. This is not a time to drift. This is not a time to negotiate with fear or to flirt with compromise. This is the time to anchor yourself deeper in me. I am not far. I am closer than your breath. I am the still voice within you that calls you back when you wander too far. I am the warmth that floods your soul when you whisper my name. I am the fire in your bones when you speak the truth in a world full of lies. I am the one who never left when everyone else did. You are not alone. Though the night may be thick around you, I am the light that darkness cannot overcome. Though you feel hunted, I am your shield. Though you feel unworthy, I call you holy. Though you feel forgotten, I have engraved you on the palm of my hand. No scheme of hell can erase what I have spoken over you. No voice of accusation can silence the verdict of my love. No storm can drown the song I have planted in your spirit. You are mine, and I fight for what is mine. Listen carefully, for the enemy's trap is subtle now. He will try to convince you that I have changed, that I have forgotten that my promises were never real. He will point to your circumstances and ask, "Where is your God?" But do not answer him. Answer me. Return to me with all your heart, and I will show you again that I am faithful. I will show you that my silence was never absence. It was preparation. It was protection. It was the quiet shaping of something eternal within you. He will try to lure you with shortcuts, paths that look easier, quicker, more pleasing to your flesh. But they are laced with sorrow. They are roads that lead to confusion, to despair, to bondage. He will try to isolate you, to convince you that no one understands, that even I have turned my face. But I am here. I see it all. I know every tear, every sigh, every aching cry you have not had words for. I know what you have endured, and I am not unjust. I will repay. I will redeem. I will restore what the locusts have eaten. Not one moment of your pain has been wasted. You are walking into a trap, yes, but I am sending this word to rescue you before your foot slips. I am lighting the path before you and calling your heart back to me. Let my word be your compass. Let my presence be your anchor. Let my spirit be your guard. Run back to the secret place. Kneel again at my feet. Pour out the questions, the doubts, the bitterness. I can handle it. I already know, but you must come. You must choose. I will never force you, but I will always invite you. I am drawing you even now. My love is relentless. My mercy is wide, my arms are open. The world will promise you satisfaction but leave you empty. The enemy will show you the kingdoms of the earth, as he did to my son, but at the cost of your soul. What good is it to gain the whole world and lose your soul? You were not made for dust and decay. You were made for eternity. You were made for communion with me. Do not trade your inheritance for a bowl of fading comfort. Do not give up your crown for a fleeting thrill. You are royalty not because of what you've done, but because of what I've done for you. I paid the price for your freedom with my own blood. You are no longer a slave. You are no longer an orphan. You are mine. The trap is real, but so is my power to deliver. The threat is real, but so is my promise to protect. The enemy may surround you, but I have surrounded him. And greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. Do not believe the lies. Do not give in to despair. Even now I am working all things together for your good. Even now I am turning the tide. Even now angels are moving at my command on your behalf. Even now I am softening hearts, opening doors, closing the mouths of lions. My child, do not confuse the battle with defeat. The struggle does not mean you are losing, it means you are advancing. It means you are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. That is why the pressure has increased. That is why the enemy has tried to silence your voice. But I say, rise. Speak. Sing. Pray. Declare my name. Use the sword I have placed in your hand. Do not fear the fire, I am in the fire with you. Do not fear the flood, I will carry you through. Do not fear rejection, I have already accepted you. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where I knew you would be, and I am not surprised by your weakness. I am not disgusted by your tears. I am not disappointed in your humanity. I made you. I know you. And I still choose you every time. Again and again. Even when you wander, I pursue. Even when you fall, I lift. Even when you doubt, I remain. Return to me. Not because you fear punishment, but because you remember my love. Remember who I am. I am the one who carried you when you had no strength. I am the one who whispered peace into your storm. I am the one who called you out of darkness and into my marvelous light. I am not finished with you. This is not the end of your story. This is the place where my glory begins to shine brighter. This is the chapter where the chains break, where the veil lifts, where the prison doors swing open. The enemy thought he could trap you, but he forgot that I am the God who parts seas. I am the God who shuts the mouths of lions. I am the God who causes dry bones to rise and live again. I am the God who turns crucifixion into resurrection. What he meant for evil, I will use for good. The pit he dug for you will become the platform of my power. The fire he set for your destruction will become the flame of your anointing. My beloved child, I want you to listen with the ears of your spirit, for what I am about to reveal is not a message for your mind alone, it is a cry from the heart of your Father, a voice echoing from eternity into time. You have asked why the devil, the enemy of your soul, relentlessly pursues my people, and I will show you, not only through the truth of what has been written, but through the truth of what I myself am declaring to you now. From the beginning, the enemy hated what I created, not because he could destroy it, but because he could not be it. He saw the beauty of my handiwork, and his pride turned to jealousy. He saw that I formed man in my own image, that I walked with him, talked with him, loved him not from obligation but from desire. And this was the wound in the enemy's pride that has never healed. For I never offered him what I freely gave to you: relationship, redemption, and rule. When I breathed my breath into Adam, the enemy trembled. He knew that man was more than dust. He knew that you were made for glory, made to walk in dominion, made to carry my presence on the earth. He saw that I had entrusted you with authority, and that authority was meant to subdue and rule over every creeping thing, including him. This was intolerable to him. That clay and bone, animated by my spirit, should rule where he was cast down. That you, my child, formed from the dust yet filled with my life, should stand where he had fallen. So he chased you, not because you are weak, but because you are dangerous. Not because you are insignificant, but because you are marked. He fears you not for what you are now, but for what you are becoming in me. He knows the power of my word in your mouth. He knows the danger of your obedience. He has watched from the beginning how one yielded heart can shift nations. He has studied the legacy of those who walk with me, and he has vowed to resist it, to corrupt it, to prevent it if he can. Look through my word, and you will see the pattern. When I placed my hand upon Abel, Cain's jealousy was inflamed by the enemy's whisper. The first righteous man was hunted by his own brother, not because of his weakness, but because his offering pleased me. That spirit of murder and jealousy was not born of man, it was stirred by the one who roams to and fro, seeking whom he may devour. And yet, even then, I heard the cry of Abel's blood, for nothing escapes my notice. Consider Noah. He walked with me in a generation full of wickedness, and because he found favor in my eyes, the enemy stirred corruption across the earth, hoping to drown the righteous in compromise. But I preserved him, because those who walk with me will not be forsaken. I shielded him in the ark, just as I now shield you under the shelter of my wings. The flood could not touch what I sealed. Look at Abraham. The enemy knew that from Abraham would come a nation that would carry my name, so he sowed barrenness into Sarah, trying to frustrate the promise. But what I promise, I fulfill, though the womb is closed, though the years are long, though the waiting is painful, I do not forget. The enemy's resistance was strong, but my covenant is stronger. And from that covenant came Isaac, then Jacob, then 12 tribes, and then a lineage leading to my son. Do you see it now? The devil does not attack what he is not afraid of. He does not chase after the ones who are already in chains. He goes after the free. He wars against those who carry the light. He throws his full weight against those who walk in my truth, hoping to discourage them, distract them, derail them. He will whisper lies, stir conflict, launch temptations, not because you are failing, but because you are succeeding in the Spirit. Your battles are not signs of abandonment, but evidence of the enemy's fear of what I am doing in you. Think of Joseph. From the moment I gave him dreams, he became a target. His brothers hated him. He was sold, betrayed, falsely accused, and imprisoned, not because I was absent, but because I was preparing him for a place of rulership. The enemy saw the dreams and moved to silence him, but he did not know that the very chains he used would become the path to the palace. What the enemy meant for evil, I used for good, and I will do the same for you. Every injustice, every delay, every betrayal, I will redeem it all. Not one part of your story will be wasted. And then there was Moses. The enemy feared the deliverer, so he moved Pharaoh to slaughter the sons of Israel, hoping to kill the seed of redemption. But I hid Moses in the very house of the oppressor. I raised him in the shadow of the throne, training him in secret, until the day I called him to stand with my authority. The enemy tried to stop him, but could not. Pharaoh's heart was hardened, but my power broke every resistance. My people were delivered not by strength, but by my Spirit. Do not think the enemy will sit idle when he sees you rising. He fears your intercession. He fears your obedience. He fears your surrender. That is why the temptations have increased. That is why the pressure is mounted. That is why the voices of fear grow louder. But my child, do not shrink back. You are not alone. The same God who parted the Red Sea walks beside you now. Look at David. Anointed while still a shepherd, hunted before he wore the crown. Saul, influenced by jealousy and insecurity, became a vessel of demonic torment. The enemy saw David's heart and sought to kill him. But I preserved him. I trained his hands for war and his fingers for battle. Even when he was hiding in caves, I was shaping him to be a man after my heart. His throne was established, and from his line came the Messiah. And my son, when he was born, Herod tried to kill him. The enemy stirred the rulers to murder innocent children, trying to extinguish the light before it could shine. But I led Joseph by a dream. I protected my son in Egypt. The enemy could not stop what was written. And when my son began his ministry, the enemy came again, tempting him in the wilderness, not after weakness, but after fasting. He came with lies, with scripture twisted, trying to appeal to power and pride. But my son stood on my word, and the enemy fled. Why does the enemy chase my people? Because you bear my image. Because you carry my Spirit. Because you have been seated with Christ in heavenly places. Because every time you pray, the enemy's camp trembles. Because every time you worship, chains break. Because when you walk in holiness, you undo his lies. Because when you love with my love, you destroy hatred. Because when you speak truth, you expose darkness. He chases you because he knows what you carry. He chases you because he cannot take it from you unless you give it away. You see, the enemy cannot curse what I have blessed. He cannot undo what I have ordained, but he can distract. He can deceive. He can weary your soul until you surrender your authority. That is why he brings accusation. He wants you to forget that you are forgiven. That is why he stirs shame so you will not approach me with boldness. That is why he tempts you with counterfeits so you will not wait for the real promise. He cannot take your inheritance, but he can convince you to trade it for a lie. My child, wake up. Put on the full armor I have given you. You do not war against flesh and blood. The battle is in the unseen, but I have equipped you. My truth is your belt, wrap it around you. My righteousness is your breastplate, it guards your heart. My gospel is your footing, it gives you stability. Our shield of faith quenches every fiery dart. My helmet of salvation protects your thoughts. And the sword of my spirit, my word, is in your mouth. Use it. Declare it. Stand on it. You must understand the enemy's fury is not just about who you are now, but about what I am raising you into. He sees glimpses of your future. He knows that through you, others will be delivered. He knows that if you keep walking, strongholds will crumble. That if you keep praying, heavens will open. That if you keep believing, mountains will move. Or that if you endure, he will reign. He chased Peter, hoping to sift him like wheat. He used fear to make Peter deny my son. But I prayed for Peter, and I have prayed for you. I prayed that your faith would not fail. And though you stumble, I will restore you. I will strengthen you. I will establish you. Peter wept, but he was not cast aside. He was restored and stood with boldness, declaring the gospel with fire. The same Peter who once denied became the rock on which I built. The enemy chased Paul too. Shipwrecks, beatings, prisons, betrayal. But even in chains, Paul declared the gospel. Even in weakness, he boasted in my strength. And I turned every prison into a pulpit. Every wound became a testimony. Every trial became a door for my glory. And I will do the same with you. What you call setbacks, I call setups. What you call failure, I call refining. What you call loss, I use to birth eternal gain. So why does the enemy chase my people? Because the gates of hell cannot prevail against them. Because the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony overcome him. Because you are the living proof of my grace. Because he knows his time is short. Because he is terrified of your destiny. But do not fear. Do not run. Stand firm. I am with you. I am in you. I go before you. I am your rear guard. I sing over you. I dance over you with joy. I anoint your head with oil. I prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. I cause your cup to overflow. I promise goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. So rise. Take courage. Be strong in me. And when the enemy comes like a flood, know that I will raise a standard. When the night feels endless, know that my light never fades. When you feel weak, remember my strength is made perfect in your weakness. And above all, remember, I am with you. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. You are surrounded, pursued, and even hunted by the enemy, but far more, you are pursued by my love. You are surrounded by my glory. You are held by my hand. You are anchored in my promise. He chases you because you are mine. And that, my beloved, is the greatest assurance of all. Amen.